And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Ready. You waiting?
On 2nd down, Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Ready. 90. 21.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Luke Kuechly with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That's Samuel caught left side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey. Gun. Do something.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
On first down, it's Newton. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On second down, McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there. His guys will get the football back. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Let's go.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Dontari Poe. In there again as this offensive line is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. He'll take it a few steps. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Panthers will take over in turn time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On the run, this is Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2. Pretty
reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Breeze now on 1st down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 Short in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw is Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Hey.
Here's Newton. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere and made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful not being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys that can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
We got three, fellas. We got three. 21.
Breeze going to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here we go. 12.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Ready?
They do go for it. It's Breeze. And Thomas has it. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And that is now a 2-touchdown lead for the Browns in that game. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
21.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
12.
They go play action here on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dez Bryant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Luck's good on the extra point, and that trims the lead down to 9. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Carolina getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Gun. Hey.
Newton on 1st down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Luke Kuechly in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Ready. Yellow lady. Ready, what's that?
The final shot before half for Breeze. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. They've gone to the second quarter in Buffalo. The Bills have taken an early lead against the Dolphins. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. To throw is Newton. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
20. Gun. 20. 8.
From the gun, here's Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. In his own end zone, it's Breeze. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's third down.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
11.
From his end zone, it's Breeze on third and long. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
It's fielded at the 45. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And the Panthers coming out now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Rolling to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. So after the INT, it's Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Ready? Yellow lady.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Here we go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Ready. You waiting? You got three. You got three. Three down. 11.
Now Breeze on third down. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Got it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Ready. Waiting.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Tight end right. Ready. Yellow lady. Check. Go get him. 21.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Julius Peppers in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 23. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now Breeze. He's going to fire one deep over. Got his man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Back now here live in New Orleans.
Ready. Blue 90. 13. Ready, my shot.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here. Here's Breeze to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Hey.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Fighting through pressure, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. A big play there for Carolina. And even 70 yards. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They get it to him running left. They stop short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season, and the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Ready? Let him.
Shotgun now for Brees. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
21.
Working from the gun, it's Brees. And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Third and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Brees now. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken inside his own 40. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Carolina getting set to take the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Newton to throw. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Shifts by him. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Throwing here, Newton. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
20.
Off play action. Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Kamara. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Back near his goal line. Here's Breeze. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target of the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And it's fielded at the 34. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. They'll toss it to Hunt. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they've wanted. That's why their points are the psyche of the offense.